A new kid is on the block. The KTO Pachyrhinosaurus is now here as compared to David Rose's Pachyrhinosaurus, which is this one here. As you can see, two vastly different models and of course very different mods. Now let's go ahead and showcase the KTO Pachyrhinosaurus because this one is a new one. So there's a lot to go over here. This thing, firstly, I do want to say has been in development for about 3 years. It's been absolutely ages since this was first teased, and it's finally here. I'm sure we can all rejoice, and Larson, who always asks, will be very happy. So, the species. We've got Canadensis V1, Canadensis V2, and V3. Now, this changes, obviously, the model itself and, everything to do with it, even while keeping it as a species. Then you go to Velocci version 1, Velocci version 2, and Velocci version 3. Now these are obviously all visual changes to the model, very slight. Some of them big changes as well. V3 compared to V2 is a massive change. Then you got Peritorum V1, which has quills on the back. You got V2 and V3. As you can see, V3 normally has a bigger, blunter head, and also the quills move up on the body as well. Then you have Velocci Retro. You have Battle Damage, which has a hole in the frill. And then, of course, you have Hornery, which is a Chelosaurus inspired, which is pretty neat. I like that. And then you go back to the beginning. Now let's go ahead and showcase all of this off in game. So here is the baby KTO Pachyrhinosaurus, and this thing is adorable. It's got big beady eyes and it comes with a very white baby skin. Of course, this thing will have you standing out all the time as a baby. Now it comes with a standard attack, which, if we look at the damage, this does on our Landiosaurus very, very little. Of course, I mean, that is a baby doing that damage. Now, the KTO Pachyrhinosaurus comes with a lot of abilities that you can put onto this dinosaur. We have, obviously, the passive abilities, and then we go all the way over here to the voice abilities. There is a lot here. So, let's start with the passives. You've got plus health, which increases health by 5%. You've got damage, which increases damage by 5%. And stamina drain, that decreases stamina drain by 5%. Then we move to the head, where we have the bite, which is a quick bite that increases in power with each hit. You've got the charged ram, which is a charge up attack to inflict fracture, lowering a creature's sprint speed by 20%. You land the attack again to turn fracture into bone break, must charge up to half to be able to perform the attack. Then you have the headbutt, which is a quick headbutt attack. You've got shove, which is a shove attack that deals medium knockback and low damage. Then you have shattering blow, which is a slow, heavy head slam that deals damage within an area of effect and shatters armor, reducing it by 15%. which is incredible. This thing is stacked with abilities. Then we go to the sensors. Once again, it's stacked again. You've got adrenaline, which allows you to buff your damage and speed by 15%. Then you've got lone survivor, which is a 10% armor increase and increased maneuverability when not in a group. Morale boost, which as a leader, you boost the morale of the herd. Shortens the cooldowns of you and your teammates within 30 meters by 15%. Stampede increases damage by 2.5%, and then you have Sunbather, which is essentially improving health regeneration by 20% and stamina regen by 10% during the day. Then you move to your front limb. You've got Balanced, which gains 5% improved turning speed, Block, which negates damage of any incoming attack if it connects with the head, neck, or front of the body, and then you've got Brace, which is a quick block that reduces incoming damage by 70%. For your metabolisms, you've got Hardened Beak, which allows you to eat nuts, roots, and bones, and Herbivore. Then you go to your hide. You've got Hardened Skin, which increases bone break damage by 15% and bone break resistance by 50%. Resilient Scales, which is a standard one. Strong Will, which takes 25% reduced damage from hits to the head, neck, or chest. And Tough Scoots, once again, a standard one. Then you move to your legs. You've got Charge, which is a charge forward in a straight line, causing damage and knockback. Then you've got Rampage, which is charge forward with great power. It deals bone break. Then you go to your back limb. You've got 1 attack, 3 passives. Balanced improves your turning in place by 5%. Long Distance Runner reduces running stamina drain by 15%. Rear Stomp, which is a stomp with your legs, damaging whatever is behind you in a small area. Then you've got Strong Legs, which is a standard ability. For your vocal ability, you have Monarch, which has 2 different abilities. You have Combat, which allows you and your group to turn and accelerate 20% faster and regenerate stamina 25% faster. You turn and accelerate 15% faster. It lasts 1 minute. Then you've got Survival, which your group's hunger and thirst drains 50% slower. Sprint stamina drain is reduced by 20% and have increased trot speed by 20%. You also take reduced damage, survival damage. Now we have our very unfortunate Lambeosaurus here that's going to be getting all the damage dealt to it. So let's go ahead and just start battling away, shall we? So that is the standard headbutt, and that does quite a bit of damage if you look at it like that. Once again, 3 hits and it's already over a quarter health done. Then you have the bite, which does very little damage, but it does stack up, and when it has stacked up fully, that thing does a lot more damage than the standard headbutt. Allows you to quickly tear apart an opponent. Then you have the charged ram, which obviously does fracture, and then you do it once more, and that should deal bone break. So obviously fracture goes in and out of the bone break animation very quickly. Then you do the bone break, and then that applies bone break. You obviously then get your shove, which allows you to push back an enemy, and there you go. It takes a little while to charge up that attack. And then you have shattering blow, which is the area of effect attack, and that does quite a bit of damage. Now of course our Lambeosaurus is in a very weird position, so I'm just going to push him back over there where he belongs, maybe a little bit more, just to get him properly in the area. Now that does a lot of damage or knockback, especially on a smaller opponent like that. of this Lambeosaurus. Now, unfortunately, I will not be doing the showcase of the block and stuff like that, but if you want to look at the group slots of this dinosaur, this is a 4 slot, so bear that in mind. Of course, now let's do the charge attack. Let's just get that worked up. And I've definitely missed. No, I haven't. There you go. And that is the charge, and that done a lot of damage. Now, that is the charge that prefers damage over anything else, damage and knockback. Now, we'll switch to the one that does bone break. So now, let's showcase the attack that does bone break instead of raw damage. And there you go. So it does a lot less damage, doesn't do the knockback, and you do bone break. Anyways, then you have your rear stomp, which obviously uses your rear legs. Or one of your rear legs, actually. And then that is all of the attacks that do damage. Of course, you've got 2 which allow you to reduce damage as well, like this one. And then the other one as well, which is brace, which is this. Now, this mod has several skins, and when I say several, there are 16 skins for you to look at. Obviously, you have the default skin here with all of the patterns. Then you have Dullahan, which is more reds and blacks and browns. Very nice. Then you have Mirage, which was the standard one, which was always showcased back in the day. This is a gorgeous skin. I love the frill design. Then you have Guardian once again. These are the patterns. Then you have Amadid, which is a gorgeous skin. I prefer pattern 2 on this one. Then you have Savannah. Then you have Azure, which is blues on the frill. And then the side, obviously more beiges. Then you go to Watermelon. Gorgeous skin. Once again, those frill designs, really, really good. Then you go on Dito. Another gorgeous skin. Probably one of my favorites. More oranges and yellows and blacks and browns to go along with it. Then you get Sunset. Definitely could be a favorite as well. Obviously fits with those colors really nicely. You have Racer. Honeycomb. Gladiator. And then you have the albino skin, the melanistic skin, and then finally Boreal, which is, I believe, based off, I think, is it Beasts of the Mesozoic, which is a model range of dinosaurs, and they have a Pachyrhinosaurus, and this is what this skin is inspired from. I guess there is a partnership here, and that's really, really, really cool. Let me know your thoughts about all these skins in the comments. Which one is your favorite? So, of course, that is the KTO Pachyrhinosaurus. Let me know your thoughts about this beast in the comments down below, because I am a big, big fan of this. This is a gorgeous dinosaur, a gorgeous model. It is really, really nice. I love it. I think it's really, really good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which one do you prefer then? David Rose's or the KTO one? You finally get this after 3 years, and I've got to say this is very much worth the wait, and it definitely has so many more options than I thought it would have had. Of course, see you all in the next one. Have a great day, and peace.